You're listening to the Microsoft Innovation Podcast, where we explore the intersection of people, business, and technology. This year, we're adding a new show to our lineup, The AI Advantage, to help you learn the skills you need to thrive in the AI era.
Welcome to the MVP Show. My intention is that you listen to the stories of these MVP guests and are inspired to become an MVP and bring value to the world through your skills. If you have not checked it out already, I do a YouTube series called How to Become an MVP. The link is in the show notes. With that, let's get on with the show. Today's guest is from Singapore. He's the assistant lead engineer and manager. He was first awarded as MVP in 2024. Blogging is his main hobby. Apart from that, he loves reading ebooks and listening to audiobooks on Audible. Me too. You can find links to his bio and socials in the show notes for this episode. Welcome to the show, Pavan.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. Thank you for having me in the show.
Good to have you on. Tell me, food, family, and fun. What do you get up to in Singapore? What do you do for fun? Tell me about your family.
So my family is back in India. So I'm staying alone. So apart from work, I usually try to blog things and try to learn as far as possible in Power Platform and Microsoft Technologies. So coming to my fun part, so I often try to go around and see places in Singapore, explore I usually do every Sunday morning. I go around and explore places in Singapore mainly.
Nice. It's a nice city.
Yeah. You have been to Singapore, right?
Multiple times, yeah. The last time I was there was December before the lockdown pandemic.
Okay.
And while I was there, I was actually piggybacking with my wife. She was going for onboarding because she at that time was onboarding to Google in New Zealand. And so they did all their onboarding in Singapore. So I just went along. She had the hotel, and hung out. And then I met up with all the BizApps folks in Singapore. So we went out for dinner, down the waterfront there, looking over to the, the boat hotel. All the community treated me, took me out for dinner and showed me a good time in Singapore. So that was 2020, end of 2019, December 2019. Yeah, just before the pandemic. So it was my last international flight. And after that, it was game over.
However, you've been traveling to United States, right? US.
Yeah, so I'm back as of next week. I'm off. Are you going to the MVP Summit?
Yeah, I'm planning for that.
Nice. I like it. Tell me, how did you get into IT? What was your journey just, before BizApps, before Microsoft? What was your journey into IT?
No, I started my career in Dynamics 365 itself. So I'm out of my college, and as a fresher, I started my career as in HCL Technologies. So as a Dynamics 365 professional, I was trained on Dynamics 365, and then started working on the different projects there.
What was your first project?
So initially, I was deployed to some Microsoft account. So I was working for WWLP, Worldwide Licensing, which is a Microsoft internal project.
What was involved in that project?
It's a kind of introduction to different modules, and where I had got a chance to work on I'm just out of my college, right? So I just started my career, and at the beginning, so I have started working on some plugins and some other client-side functionality.
Nice. And when you look at the stack of technology inside either Dynamics or the Power Platform, What is the main area you work on these days? Is it more Power Platform? Is it more Dynamics? And if it's more Dynamics, is there specific apps that you work on more? Or if it's a Power, do you work more with Power Automate, Power Platform, Power Apps? What's the area of focus?
So I mainly work on Power Apps along with that Power BI. I've been working with integration with using some Kingsoft adapters and all with for different integrations purpose.
Mm-hmm. And is this, correct me if I'm wrong, you work for a healthcare company, is that right?
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about the type of work that you do there in the healthcare space.
So it's day-to-day work will be mostly on Power Platform. So we'll be using Dynamics 365 online, and so it's a kind of normal stuff what we do as an a platform consultant. So it's just mostly about streamlining the process of how the hospitality industry will work on that.
Is it more model-driven side of things? Is it more Canvas?
It's a kind of mostly model-driven app. Very less Canvas. Majority of the applications are only on model-driven app.
How did you become an MVP? What was that pathway for you then?
So since beginning, from my first company itself, from my bachelor's degree itself, I have an hobby of writing blogs. So that writing blogs has been like when I get free time, I write a blog, and slowly over the time it has been picked up, and somehow Microsoft has awarded me like top 10 bloggers for the month. So for four consecutive months, I got that award. So, and that's how I got to know about local MVP community folks. And those people, I has joined one session where how to become an MVP, where people from Microsoft, like many people joined that session, and they gave some good insights, and that's how my journey to become an MVP started. And even your course for the 90-day mentoring challenge also boosted my journey to become an MVP.
This is so good. So is your main area of focus blog writing?
Yeah.
Is your main focus is blogs? So give me an idea of some of the blogs that have, these ones that have got you top 10. What kind of topics were you writing about?
So I write mainly on Power Platform and mainly Power Apps.
Yes.
Power BI.
But what's your process? What do you go and like thinking of the details here, like often people go, well, how do I write blogs consistently? How do I come up with topic ideas? How do I do something on a regular cadence that obviously gets recognized from an MVP perspective? What's your system? What's your methodology? What's your process for creation?
So whenever we get some new feature or new enhancements coming down, so I try to blog that down. I try to put that in my blog so that it's a kind of a sense of satisfaction for me, so that I try to put that in my blog. And so ideation, if you say, ideation will be mostly about the latest technology, latest features.
So if a new feature comes out, is it a case of you going and trying it, playing with it, finding out how it all works, and then you write?
Yeah, I'll be trying that out in my trial account. In some cases, I have an account in US preview region, so any new feature comes in US preview, so I try it out in that region, and I put that in my blog, and that's how I showcase to the audience.
Nice. Do you have a blog post on how to create a trial account? Because it's been like almost over a year now, and most people can't get trial accounts anymore to that are freshers and coming in wanting to get going. How do they get a trial account if they are not part of a corporation?
No, I don't have any blog post for creating a trial account.
Are you going to write one?
Yeah. That's good.
I see. My understanding is the recent way to do it is that you've got to create a Azure trial. And then from that Azure trial, right, you'll get, I think, a .onmicrosoft.com domain. And then from there, you can then go and register for a trial associated to that account. But, in the past, you used to just go straight up and there would be a link and you could provision your Power Platform. But now it's a bit of a workaround to get it. And I haven't seen anything recent where somebody has said, here's step by step, do this in Azure, create it, next step, do this, this, and this. And I just think there's a lot of people still, wanting access and what's an easy way that they can get that trial set up so they can do exactly what you're doing, which is trying out the ideas, the concepts, and the tools before you use it. Another question, do you have like any passion projects, like anything that you work on, not for the company or anything, but in the software space that's part of, obviously is writing the blogs, right, which is where you're testing things, but have you built any little apps that are just for you that you use, even automations? A lot of people build automations to run their life when they know how to use Power Automate. Is there anything you've done in that space?
No, not really. I didn't build any kind of other automations which I use in my daily life.
What about AI? Is there anything you're doing in that space at the moment? Are you starting, we've heard a lot now for 2 years on AI in context of the Power Platform. We've got Power Automate, of course, and Power Apps and things like that. What are you doing to upskill in the AI space?
So recently we hosted an AI bootcamp in Singapore. I think it's last Saturday, and so I'm trying to upskill in AI using different. We have many things coming from Microsoft, right, on AI. So I'm trying to upskill with using those tools and all.
Tell me about that boot camp. What was the format of the day? How did when did it start? Because like a lot of people wanting to run boot camps for AI at the moment. Was that part of the global boot camp, the AI boot camp that Yeah,
it's part of global bootcamp. It is organized in Singapore.
How does the day run?
It went quite good. Like it started from 10 and it ended at 3. It's just for a couple of hours.
In Microsoft Office?
No, it's purely online.
No way. I didn't realize it was online. I thought it was in person.
No, it's online.
I'm thinking more of a hackathon, but at a boot camp, is it a case of different people presenting on topics and then people doing something? How does it work?
Yeah, actually, Actually, I was the organizer, but I could not make to that event.
So you corralled everybody and got them there? So how many people in Singapore got involved?
I think around 30 to 35.
Yeah. Okay, that's very cool. I just think there's so much growth in that space at the moment. What advice would you give to other people that want to become MVPs?
So we need to find that nice niche skill where they can contribute and they can make a difference. Either it could be blog post or a YouTube video, or it can be something helpful to the other people. And I think when done consistently over 1 to 2 years, obviously you'll get recognized.
And how is it? Who nominated you in the end?
I was nominated by Goloknath Mishra from Singapore.
Very good, very good. And how do you recommend people find somebody to nominate them if they are wanting to become an MVP?
Either they reach out to us, or if we see more of the content which is finding useful and more people are interacting with them, maybe we will try to reach out to them, say if you are interested to become MVP or not. These are the two ways. Either they reach out or we try to reach out.
Pavan, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It's good to see the work you're doing in that blogging space. I love to see consistency on blogs and that creating content that's obviously high value to the community. If you've with those successful months of being in the top contributor category. But thank you so much for coming on the show.
Okay, thank you, Mark.
Hey, thanks for listening. I'm your host, Business Application MVP Mark Smith, otherwise known as the NZ365 Guy. If you like the show and want to be a supporter, check out buymeacoffee.com/NZ365 Guy. Thanks again, and see you next time.
Are you ready to accelerate your career in the Microsoft ecosystem? The 90-Day Mentoring Challenge, created by Mark Smith, is your opportunity to create a personalized pathway to success. Join over 1,200 alumni from more than 70 countries who have achieved remarkable results, from promotions to new job opportunities. Take it from Nathan, who said, "Since completing the 90-Day Mentoring Challenge, I've become an MVP in business applications and doubled my income." Or from Parves, who shares, "I've never felt as inspired or energized about my career as I do now." Sign up at arcor.nz365guy.com. You can find the link in the show notes. And if you use the code podcast, you'll get 10% off.